Welcome to day 11. Now that you got the automation clarity, you need to understand the funnel, how to build your list with clarity, right? So, this is very important. Michelle is going to break this down for you, and I'm going to come back around and let you know why this works, okay? And how do we implement it on a daily basis? These last 12, 11 days is all preparation, mindset, system, results. You need to understand the whole process with the expectations, know what to expect, what to look for. Let's pay attention to Michelle.
Welcome to day 11 of our Freedom Formula Spread. And day 11, we're piggybacking off of yesterday. And I want you to understand the power of your funnel and why not everyone is going to buy. We do not live in a perfect world. If everyone who opted in bought, this wouldn't be a business. It would be magic. That doesn't exist, right? So we have a business going on, and the reality is not everyone will buy. And that's not failure. That's normal. And today I'm going to show you how each step builds trust, even when someone doesn't purchase immediately. I have people that have been in my email automations for 3 years that buy, for 6 months that buy, for 2 years that buy. This is the power of building an email list. You gotta look at your email list as your freedom for your family. This is how you leave a legacy. You're not looking just to grab a bunch of people one time. Like you want to build an email list so you can start getting a predictable stream of income. So here's understanding the power of the funnel. You have your capture page, right? When they put their email in, it takes you to the thank you page where there's some video. And in their email, they're emailed the blueprint. And then they start getting in the sequence of the 30 email automations. And then they have the sales page, and then they can purchase at any time. Let's break down each step. The capture page creates the curiosity and intent. The purpose is exchange value for attention for their email list. That's why we give them free access to the Freedom from a Blueprint. This filters serious people from the scrollers. That's step one. Step two is the thank you page. This is where authority starts being created and the clarity. This video frames expectations, establishes leadership, answers early objections, and sets the tone. It moves them from curious to, I might be considering this. Trust starts building here. Now, email, this is what they get in the email, which is the video page. And the email will also have the blueprint. It's attached to your first email. This is where the deeper belief is built. See, the second video, between the first and the second video, it truly handles 99% of people's objections, explains the system clearly, builds logical confidence, which that's what we want. And this allows them from, I'm considering to, okay, now I want to evaluate it. That is why on the blueprint, we literally have testimonials. We want them to start seeing proof, seeing what's possible. And then the 30 email automations. This is where the relationship is built. This is where the repetition is built. So they start seeing it over and over. That's where trust comes in because they see it multiple times. But there's leverage for you because you don't got to do anything to send out those 30 email automations. They're constantly out there working for you 24/7. Email does what direct messages never could because it follows up consistently for you, reinforces belief for you, shares stories for you, handles objections for you, and invites multiple times for you without you having to do the work. And if somebody's not interested, they're going to unsubscribe. If they're interested, they're still going to stay there. That's why we send out newsletters on a weekly basis, which you're going to be learning about tomorrow. Social media starts conversations. Just remember that. It gets you the awareness, starts conversation. Email builds relationships, and automation builds leverage. This is where most sales actually happen. Now, the sales page, this is the decision point. The sales page doesn't convince strangers. It converts warm buyers. By the time someone gets to the sales page, they should know you, trust you, and understand your method. And even then, not everyone's going to buy. That's the normal. Not everyone buys. You think everyone that walks into Target buys? No, that's normal. I want to give you a few industry conversion benchmarks. Here are common averages and for digital funnels. Your capture page opt-in rate, 20% is the goal. A high-performing funnel is 30 to 50%, which means when you opt into your system.io and you go to the funnel and you click on stats, that's your goal to have it be 20%. Now, there's factors involved. The more social media channels you market on, the lower that's going to be at first because you've got a lot of new looky-loos. If you're posting free ads, that number is going to be super low. So give you an example, 20% means if 100 people visit, about 20 to 40 of them you would love will opt in. That is your ultimate goal, okay? And you're going to be learning more how to improve that during this 90-day run. Now, sales conversion, because again, you're working with cold traffic, 1 to 3% is common, which means if 100 people go to your website, not in your automations, that's different, right? They got to go to your website. You can see that by logging into your system.io, going to your sales funnel, and then you can go to the stats there. If 100 people click on that page, your bundle pack page, 1%, 1 to 3% is common. If you have a conversion of 3 to 5%, that's strong. If you have a conversion of 5%, you're building a great brand. So that means 100 people hit your Legacy Builders sales page, the sales page to buy that product. And 100 people do. 1 out of 3 is a great conversion. 3 to 5 buying is strong, and 5 over is excellent. So if you need to get 22 customers, do the math, right? You got to do the math. That's why it's like your goal is to show up every day on social media to continue to grow that email list to continue to get them to your sales page. So again, if 100 people opt in, 1 to 5 may buy. Okay, that's normal. Not everyone is going to buy immediately. Over time, 1 to 5% of your list will purchase from a campaign. They say on average, once you start maturing your email automations, you can pretty much look how much money you're making by the amount of people in your email list. So if you have 1,000 people in your email list, you make it about $3,000 a month. You make about, on average, $1 per person in your email list, because that's the conversion of the sales. Please don't let this overwhelm you. This is what you're going to learn. Remember, you're the CEO of your business. You're making 100%. This system can be used for any type of business, by the way. Sales compound over time. This is important with follow-up, with repetition, with trust, and with exposure. People are all in different seasons of their life. When they're ready to be in the buying season, they will find you and they will buy from you. It's really important to reframe this in your mind. This is huge, right? There's so many things you have to reframe to keep you from being overwhelmed or frustrated. If 100 people opt in, maybe 2 to 3 are going to buy quickly. But that's not 100 people immediately. Don't even start looking at these numbers till you have 300 to 500 people in your email list, because you're going to have a lot of looky-loos at first. Okay? The 5 might buy later. The 10 are going to watch silently for long. And 83 are not ready to buy. But that doesn't mean those 83 in 2 years or 3 years or 4 years from now, 1 or 2 of them aren't going to buy. The more you build an email list, and here's the great part, we're building this for free, by the way. This is a free automated system that you can run for free. Just remember, you don't need everyone. You just need 22 customers to make 30K in 90 days. That's nice. Magic. You just got to know how your funnel converts, and we are going to work on that. So I'm going to give you a mindset shift. Most beginners think, if they don't buy, it didn't work. That's wrong. If it worked, right? They opted in. They watched. They opened the email. This working. They engaged. They stayed in your ecosystem. Trust takes repetition. It worked. The moment somebody opted in, your system worked. The moment somebody opened one of your emails, it worked. Watched one of your videos, it worked. The moment that they replied back to one of your emails, it worked. They stayed in your ecosystem. You got to give them time. Everybody has different buying habits. Some people buy immediately. Some people take years, months, weeks. It's about doing the work, not focusing on the outcome, focusing on the output to get the outcome soon. Hopefully this helps. We're going to be learning more and more about this because I want you to be comfortable and confident with this. But I want to give you a little bit of that CEO thinking right now. Instead of asking, why didn't they buy? Ask, did my capture page convert? Did my videos build clarity? Are my emails consistent? Is my message clear? Am I driving enough traffic? That's the key. Got to get more people inside your automated system. This is math, and this is how you optimize to make predictable income. It's not emotion. This is what we're going to spend time on, helping you with this. This is why we're doing this 90-day run. I want you stepping into the CEO of your business so you can leave that legacy for your family. Your funnel doesn't fail because everyone doesn't buy. It fails when you stop driving traffic. We don't chase people. We build systems and strengthen them. Don't forget that. You've got this.
There you have it. So now it's time to go to work. It's time to understand more in depth why this whole system has produced 59,000 plus members in the bigger community and has given communities like ours a chance to understand and help people on a smaller scale with someone who has a track record. With that being said, I will see you on day 12.